You are the operant power of your reality. Hola, beautiful soul. Welcome to Live Beyond the Illusion. Let's dive in. You are the operant power of your reality. What does that mean exactly? You are in total control. You are the programmer, the coder, the writer, the dreamer, the main character. You are the power, the commander. And we've been programmed to believe that the outside always affects us. And it's just not true. But we do let it, right? Circumstances don't matter. Only states of being do. So for instance, I'm somewhere other than Mexico, as you can tell. And every time I come here, Canada, I freeze me arse off. Doesn't matter what time of year almost anymore. But I don't let that bother me. I still go enjoy and have fun. And you're like, well, of course, you're visiting, you're on holidays. But it's a state of being. We are totally in control, yet we forgot that. So we don't feel like we are. But we are. This is a good example of breaking pattern. Sometimes when you go away, for me anyways, I can look at my habits and see what's working for me, what's not, and boom, decide something different. And that's the thing. It all comes down to a decision, deciding, because everything is based on energy. Like everything is energy. We embody states of being through our thinking and our feeling, because thought always has to come before feeling. And you know what you're thinking and feeling by what your reality is reflecting back to you, because you are the projector. That's why you are the operant power. So I want to give you an analogy today that I did a really great video yesterday, but it flipped around, so all you got to see was the handle. So I want to give you this analogy. So I had to redo it. I didn't get upset. It's like, well, everything's unfolding perfectly. Maybe it wasn't meant for today. Maybe tomorrow, which is today, which is really only now. So because you're the power, and you are constantly, through your thoughts and feelings, writing code. Because if everything's energy, and it is, when you are emitting out, because you're the projector, what you're thinking and feeling, and it's done all subconsciously, automatically, right? Unless you know, yeah, this is my reality, this is how I'm choosing, deciding, this is how I'm going to think and feel no matter what's being reflected out there, because the outside is the effect. You are the cause. So through your state of being, you are emitting a vibrational frequency, which is information. That's how I look at it, to keep it simple. Like a state of being, feeling angry compared to joy, frustration compared to ease and flow, abundance compared to lack, are all states of being created from thought, and it's like nanoseconds, that you habitually usually do, because we have about 60 to 75,000 thoughts a day, and most of them get in the way because they're always going against yourself, and that is part of the illusion. So you're already creating, you're already powerful, but we've been programmed, a lot of us, because how this system works, go against ourselves. So I look at it is, if we're in a simulation, let's consider it a reality game, virtual reality game. You put on the bodysuit, which has the 5 senses that decodes reality to make it seem really real. And it is while we're here. I mean, this is solid, blah, blah, blah. There's laws here, like the law of gravity, but there's also knowing that reality is malleable and we are powerful. See, one's kind of a victim consciousness. The other one is, no, I'm the powerful operant of my reality. I decide, I command, and I be. I align. You are that state of being, and you hold it no matter what outside is showing to you. So here's the analogy I want to give you. we are very left brain dominant here, and I've talked about this before, but left brain is linear, logical, it's got to make sense, don't ask questions, follow the steps, where the right brain is curiosity, playfulness, imagination, everything's interconnected. This represents the ego, limitless possibilities, 3D, 4D. 4D is non-local. It is limitless. The 3D is grounded in this reality, which also represents Satan, because it seduces us, tantalizes us, teases us, distracts us from our true self, going within, as within, so without. And this isn't hippy-dippy, wacky, tobacco smoke and stuff like this. Is based in quantum physics and more, okay? Because we're going to keep it simple here. But let's go back to the analogy of the imagination. That is your superpower. That's where you go in and give it to yourself first. What do I mean? Well, you know, when we started school, especially us older ones, stop daydreaming, you know. And daydreaming's a little maybe fantasy, but imagination. As within, so without. As within, so without. The more you can give it to yourself first, the better. So, you've got these dreams and desires. You know them. They've been whispering, nudging, calling to you, probably, if you're my age, for a long time. And it's one day, or I can't, yeah, but, I can't, I don't see how. The how's not up to you. So when you start breathing life into your dreams and desires, by going into your imagination and living as if it's already done, because it is, creation is done, you're not creating anything, you are selecting from the field of infinite possibilities, because you are the field. You are it, because you were made in the image of God. So in your imagination you're seeing through the eyes of God. So let's look at it as a projector room. Remember, if you know, you're my age, the teacher would roll in that cart with the movie projector on top, and you'd go, yay, movie day. You've got a film, the big film roll you put on, feed it through the projector onto the back. So we are projectors. So imagine going into your imagination as a projector room, seeing it as a projector room. You've got this movie playing, and maybe you don't really like the movie. You're not where you want to be. You're not, you know that you want to do something. You've got this dream, or you're capable of so much more, or you're not feeling as healthy, relationship isn't as good. You know, the list is endless, right? Go select a new movie. How do you want to live? Like, get really, really clear. I want this, I desire this has been calling me, and go to the end. Okay, I've got this amazing relationship. I'm living in this home. We co-create beautifully. There's always money in my bank account. I'm doing what I really want to be doing. How would I feel? How would I think and feel? It's different than what you're thinking and feeling now, right? So decide, no, okay, this is it now. And you put that movie in, you you imagine the end. And they say feeling doesn't matter, but it will amplify it. But if you can see it in your mind's eye, you can hold it in your hand. As within, so without. So you start thinking and feeling as that person now, because there is only now. Decide. This is who I am now. Nope, I know. Doesn't matter what's out there, because that is the effect. That is the shadow. And the 3D will always 3D. Now your ego, which is your left brain, like logical, is going to try and pull you back, because it wants you to be safe, because it can only show you what it already knows. It is the logical. Yeah, but we've already experienced this from a perceived past. This has always been your way. No, you got to come back. This is the comfort zone. And you're going to go, no, this is me now. No, this is me now. I had a situation that I've been going through, and I had a lot of time on my trip here, planes, trains, automobiles, literally, and I could see the ego trying to pull me back and create that fear and anxiety because, you know, I'm still human. I'm still, no, you know, like have things that as I'm breaking pattern and getting, I'm clear, but the ego was pulling me back and I was like, wow. So I'm like, nope, this is the way I am. Oh, come on, baby. This is what we know. This is, you know, because the fear would come, because I used to have anxiety, would start. And I'm like, wow, this mofo is strong. And I'd say, fuck you. This is who I am now. Get on this side or shut the fuck up. Like, stop. And I'm sitting on the plane. I'm like, oh my God, it didn't feel good, right? Like, it was like, whoa. I was starting to understand the power of the ego. But it thinks it's working for you. But a lot of times it's working against us because that's all it knows. And so it's really not a bad thing. It's just, it stays in its comfort zone of the linear logical 3D. And you are way more and better, bigger. I don't like to use the word better, but yeah. And it's not about grandiose inflate, you know, puffing yourself up, but yet it is from a true place of knowing who you are as a powerful operant. You are made in the image of God. That is your truth. So when you decide and you say, this is the way it is, that's it, and you stay there, reality has to shift because it's malleable. We, like I said, think it's so solid and stable, and it is, like it is, but yet it's malleable because you are your reality and you are the operant power. Because you are that God particle. It's like that raindrop that goes back to the ocean. It's having its experiences, but it's not its experiences, and eventually it goes back to the ocean where form becomes formless, and that's you. So, I've been outside long enough. I'm cold. This is what happens when you live in a hot country, but it's also so refreshing and beautiful. So I hope that helps. Like, you are your reality. Own it and see how reality starts shifting. So thank you for being here. I know you're selecting having a super fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video.